Once upon a time, my older brother, whom we'll call Duck, was invited to go to an Auticon by his girlfriend Daisy, her little brother that I sometimes hang out with Benny, and another one of her girlfriends. Of course, we were super excited and grateful because we've always wanted to go to an actual convention and cosplay with friends. Duck decided he wanted to cosplay as Superman, and Daisy decided she'd cosplay Wonder Woman, so that they matched together, and other cute couple stuff. So here was my bro Duck, with gel-blacked hair, and Daisy with an adorable Wonder Woman onesie she had found in a Halloween section at a Walmart a few years earlier. That's right, a onesie. And it was adorable on her. As I said earlier, I only sometimes hang out with Benny, so he decided to come over to my house after school and we would discuss what we wanted to be. By coincidence, we discovered that we both had an interest for anime, especially one called The Devil is a Part-Timer. If you've heard or read it, or watched it or enjoyed it, kudos to you. If you haven't, it's really funny and worth a shot. So I decided I'd cosplay as Lucifer because we have the same habits, and he as Mal because he just really wanted an excuse to dress up as a McDonald's worker with devil horns. Benny has some really big life ambitions here. Unlike some people, we only really planned to stay at the con for one day, but eventually we stayed more as our first day was just a really big success. So we first drove to pick Daisy and Benny up, and then took a light detour to pick up Daisy's other friend, Minnie. Minnie was cosplaying as Mulan, which was awesome because that was a really kick-butt movie. So as I said, our first day was excellent, and surprisingly, some people recognized both of our cosplays, and we even got a few pictures with other cosplayers. We also ran into this really adorable couple cosplaying as Sue Finn from Italia with a little toddler dressed up as Finland's dog. Duck and Daisy had their adorable couple time, romantically eating pre-made hot dogs under an alcove together, and Minnie taught Benny how to pull off his finger. But not really, don't worry, it was just one of those finger tricks. Our second day, we all wore a different cosplay because, surprise, that's what the cosplayers do. Duck and Daisy were superheroes again, only this time as Thor and Loki. Minnie, as we learned, was an avid Disney fan and cosplayed as Ursula, and it was really cute. I mean, evil octopus and all. Benny and I had grown close over our first day and decided to have corresponding cosplay again. We both had an interest in Italia, so we had packed our cosplay of Japan and Germany. We were originally going to have one of Benny's friends from his homeschool group come along to the con to be Italy, but alas it was A, too expensive, and B, she had gotten the flu. Anyway, we headed out to the con again and it was really fun. Duck and Daisy wanted to have their couple moment, so Minnie agreed to watch Benny and I. We were hanging out, looking at booths and art. A person cosplaying as a character from Black Butler, I think, walked by and accidentally dropped a bottle of V8 onto Minnie's cosplay. They apologized profusely to each other, though I don't know why Minnie did, and Minnie even apologized, but the cosplayer escorted Minnie to the bathroom to help her wash it off. So Benny and I were there alone, looking at the booths, quietly waiting for Minnie to return. Seeing the V8 kinda made me hungry and thirsty, so Benny and I went outside to go find a water fountain or something. Unfortunately, we got lost, and that's when our nightmares began. Benny and I were casually walking together when all of a sudden, Doitsu! But before we could start running, a Wild Italy cosplayer hops onto Benny's back and they fall to the ground. This girl's cosplay isn't too bad, and she doesn't smell, and she isn't fat, but she's got these red contacts and this vampire cake over a blue uniform. Vampire Italy? Suddenly, Vampire Italy looks up from where she has Benny pinned and hissed at me. Yeah, hissed. When she saw my expression, either of disgust, hate, confusion, or surprise, she did that giggle that Italy does, only it was kinda creepy. Silly Nihon, trying to take Doitsu away from me. Doitsu is mine! Mine! Benny's face is turning blue, and some people are starting to gather around, so I thought that was a good time to split. Excuse me, ma'am? But I think this is kind of a personal space violation, and my friend looks uncomfortable. Could you please let go? I thought I was being polite, but apparently not. Vamp Italy again hissed, and then this time lunged at me, letting go of Benny. She was actually surprisingly strong, and I'm trying to push her off. A few cosplayers nearby start calling for security. I almost had her off of me when she bit my neck. Yeah. It didn't really hurt that much because they were just plastic fangs, but it did kind of pinch and wasn't very socially acceptable either. Doitsu is mine! But before she could continue biting into my flesh, Minnie's all of a suddenly there, and with the help of Benny and a passerby Ash Ketchum cosplayer, Vamp Italy has been lifted off of me and handed over to security. Eventually, we were reunited with Duck and Daisy and talked to security over legal stuff and got the heck out of there. And may I mention that I was only 13 at the time?